Hello everyone, welcome to StudyIQ IAS English channel. My name is Shubham Sagar. Today we have to talk about this particular issue. Election scandals exposed. Which kind of election scandals? We'll talk about it. Look at the keywords here. Shocking allegations of voter fraud. Where these voter fraud happened. We'll talk about that as well. Dirty campaign tactics. What are these dirty campaign tactics rather? We'll talk about that as well. And we have to talk about one very prominent issue. Whether or not ECI, Election Commission of India, has become a toothless tiger. See, this particular toothless tiger word is generally attributed with NHRC, with due respect to NHRC, National Human Rights Commission. If you know whether it is a constitutional body, statutory body, or executive body, you can write it in the comment section. We are talking about NHRC. So, ECI, Election Commission of India, Article 324, constitutional body, conducts election for Parliament, state legislature, president, vice president, etc., etc. Fine. So ECI, why we are talking about like NHRC, we generally attribute that and NHRC keeps on talking about it, that they give recommendations to state government that there are certain human rights violation happening in your state. Please do this and that. And state government do not listen to them. And that's why NHRC, we use the word or the words or two words, toothless tiger for NHRC, because NHRC is like Phoebe Buffet of Friends. Nobody ever listens to NHRC, or the people who should listen to NHRC, they are not listening to NHRC. And slowly and gradually the same fate has, been bestowed to RTI. Not exactly same, but they are going in the same path. RTI, Right to Information Act, when was it passed? Was it 2005 or 2009? So again, if you know it, RTI, which year? Then also right for RTE, Right to Education. So Right to Information Act, earlier people had so much, faith in RTI. If you want to know something about a government, we'll file an RTI. But now slowly and gradually, you may have heard about it. The power of Chief Information Commissioner, they have been reduced, and the RTI has been diluted to a great extent. So is ECI suffering the same fate now? Is it becoming a toothless tiger like NHRC or RTI? If you feel like, no, sir, RTI still has a lot of weightage and it still has a lot of say, you can again post it in the comment section based on your personal experience. We'll have a talk regarding all these things. We'll talk about Phoebe Buffet. Friends is awesome. Chandler Bing was awesome. I love you, Matthew Perry, and I think you people also love Matthew Perry. Let's come back to the topic. March 18, 2025, Hindu, page number 8. Why are electoral reforms rather. Oh my God. Why are electoral reforms necessary? And this is the topic which we have to talk about. And you can see here, why have certain opposition parties accused Election Commission of electoral roll manipulation? What are these accusations? We have to talk about it. There are certain terms here. Totalizer machine. What is that? What is VVPAT? And we have to understand these. What is EPEAK? All these things are fine. And then we have to dig deeper into this particular article. So background, Election Commission has invited political parties. Plus we'll also talk about certain things, whether we have completely lost our, faith in the whole electoral process. You may have some friends who have never voted in their life, and they may have proudly said, maybe they are 30 plus or something, and they're like, dude, we have never voted because everybody is same. And sometimes people also say, doesn't matter whom you are voting to, vote will go to one political party. So these kind of talks, do you take it seriously? Do you still have faith in the electoral process, or that faith has been eroded to a certain extent? So there are so many questions which we need to talk about. So Election Commission, they have invited political parties, and please understand one thing. There is a very famous quote rather, which goes for Election Commission, which goes for elections also. That is, election should not only be fair, they should also be seen as fair. People should have trust in the whole process. So allegation of electoral roll manipulation, issues with duplicate electoral photo identity card that has cropped up in some of the states, that fake people who do not exist, such people are, or names are being given in electoral roll. Then let's say I have an EPEAK. EPEAK means electoral photo identity card. I have a voter ID. So I will have a unique number. That unique number is EPEAK. So that is unique means that should, like, let's say this is 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm just taking a hypothetical example. So that 1, 2, 3, 4, I will only have it. Other person cannot have the same EPEAK number. That is not happening. There are people with duplicate EPEAK number. How is it happening? Why has ECI allowed these things to happen? ECI has a particular particular response to it. We'll talk about those response as well. We have to talk about the broader issues, and then I will give you one particular question at the end. You have to solve that question and you have to post the answer in the comment section. So legal provision, please remember ECI is a constitutional body under Article 324. They conduct elections for parliament, state legislature, president, vice president, etc., etc. So, and for local bodies you have State Election Commission. Representation of People's Act, like RPA 1950, registration of election rules govern electoral roll preparation. If we talk about this particular article from exam perspective, from UPSC mains perspective, you have constitutional body as syllabus in your GS paper 2, you have RPA in your GS paper 2 main syllabus, you have transparency accountability in your GS paper 2 main syllabus. So it is very important from different perspective. Okay, sir. So key issues raised. What are the issues? Like, are there what issues we have to talk about, which is casting, lots of people are having some issues related to ECI. They are losing some trust in ECI rather, Election Commission of India. So first one is EVM and VVPAT disputes. So electronic, many people say that these electronic voting machines and VVPAT is voter verifiable paper audit trail. So EVM, many people say, since this is a machine, this is an electronic machine, they can be tampered with, and that's why in some European countries they have discontinued EVM. So why are we still continuing EVM? The counterpoint by ECI was, in those countries EVM was connected to a Wi-Fi or those gadgets. Here these are standalone machines, they are not connected to any Wi-Fi or such kind of things, and that's why they cannot be tampered with. So VVPAT is, let's say you have voted for someone, for certain seconds you will see whom you have voted, and then that particular trail will go down and you won't be able to see. So that is VVPAT. And now if there are some issues like tampering has happened, or some people are skeptical about certain results of certain booth, so 5% of EVM can be verified. Many people are saying that no, we have to do 100% verification of EVM. Electoral roll manipulation, we have just seen there were allegations of fake voter in Maharashtra and Delhi to benefit ruling parties. I'm not saying it, article is saying it. I have no opinion of my own. Duplicate epic numbers, as we have just seen, if you have a voter ID card, you will have a unique number, and unique means unique, it is unique to you. And if 2 or more people are having the same number, that means something else is going on, some fraud is going on. EC, Election Commission, said that this has happened earlier when the system was decentralized. Now the system is centralized. So if new epic numbers are created, it will be like, it's a centralized system. So everybody will know that new epic number has been created and that has to be allotted to a single individual. So this will not happen again. There was a certain glitch because of the decentralized system earlier. Now the system is centralized. Any new epic number created will be traced, and this thing will not happen again, according to Election Commission of India. And then these are not the only issues which we have to talk about when we are talking about, exposing all these malpractices. Then these are different issues. And then there are some more issues. We have to talk about it. This will help you in answering questions related to ECI and issues faced by them. There was a time when Election Commission of India did not have their own independent secretariat. How much independent is Election Commission actually? So these are the questions, these are the queries which we have to ask ourselves. Use of abusive language. There was one, leader, I don't know who that leader was. If you know it, you can post it in the comment section, who said something like, we can identify people based on the clothes they are wearing, or something like that. Or these kind of words and things have been used by people earlier, or even worse languages have been used. What is ECI doing about it? Are they implementing MCC with due diligence? Or there are issues, lacunas, or something like, there is something more needed to be done there. And there are allegations also, if an opposition party does it, ECI takes turn actions. Not same happens with the ruling parties of different states or center. So again, election expenditure. Candidates frequently exceed. There's a limit. There is a cap for parliament, state legislature, how much you can spend. And that thing has always been flouted. But like whether ECI is doing something or not, again, we have to ask questions to ECI. Criminalization of politics, everybody knows about it. It's actually a thing which has been in our mind, that we are very straightforward person, we can never become politicians. Some of the people feel like this. No, if you have to become a politician, you have to do something bad. Believe it or not, there are some people who feels like this. Why? Because of these data which ADR, Association for Democratic Reforms, and other organization comes up with. 46% of member of parliaments in 2024 have criminal cases, with 31% facing serious charges. Criminalization of politics. And this is not it. There was one video which I made where we talked about why will BJP rule over us forever. That thing is fine. that particular video, if you want, you can have a look at it, was based on this, that BJP spent 1,755 crore on poll campaign, blah, 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 in 23-24. And here we were talking about the biggest issue, one of the biggest issue plaguing our country, that is opaqueness in political funding. That is company donation. That is quid pro quo. If companies will give this much amount, so high amount in crores to political parties, we are not naming any political party, then they will expect something in return. Again, why is ECI not talking about ban on company donation or some alternative measures, which we have talked about in this article? Centralized pooling, partial state funding. ECI should be proactive. Is ECI proactive? That's why we are saying that ECI is also becoming like a toothless tiger, with due respect to ECI. So proposed reforms, how ECI can do things in a better manner so that we have full faith in Election Commission of India. Voting and counting reforms. So scientific sampling for EVM, VVPAT matching, then read it full VVPAT count if discrepancies are detected. Right now it is 5%. And totalizer machine, please understand this. What is totalizer machine? Generally what is happening currently, we have EVM and there is a booth-wise counting rather. So in booth-wise counting, so candidates who are participating in the election, they can get an idea that in this particular booth I did not get enough votes, or candidate B got the votes. So then when he gets elected, let's say some other time or this time only, so he will not pay attention to that particular booth, of the constituency. So to mix all these votes, we have something known as, so that there is no particular booth-wise counting pattern which is known to the candidates, you have totalizer machine where you will be mixing these votes. Fine. Addressing fake voters, you can link EPIC with Aadhaar card. Aadhaar card, you have a unique number, right? And up until now, we have not seen major allegations. We have seen issues related to Aadhaar. It's not foolproof. Nothing is foolproof. But still, we can link Aadhaar to EPIC to address these issues of fake voters and duplicate EPICs, so that we can have more trust in our ECI, bro. Campaign process reform, star campaigner regulation, and ECI has to be very transparent here. Not only opposition party, ruling party, everybody has to be on the same pedestal. If you are making certain remarks which goes below the decorum, which doesn't suit the decorum, you have to have, Election Commission has to have that amount of power that they can take certain actions. Otherwise, this MCC model code of conduct doesn't matter at all. And again, election expenditure control, you have, like we have talked about it, there is a cap when you are contesting for MP or MLAs, and you shouldn't be exceeding that cap. If you are exceeding that cap, some action has to be taken against you by ECI. Criminalization of politics, again, something has been done as far as criminalization of politics is concerned. If you are convicted and you are in jail for these many years, etc. But again, more needs to be done. If you want to stop criminalization of politics, it's a very serious charge. And then also about opaqueness of political funding, sir and ma'am, that is also a very serious issue. We need to have, Election Commission need to have constructive discussion with political parties, so that election is not only fair, it should also be seen as fair. We should have trust in this whole process. Because currently things are not looking very hunky-dory. People, you may have seen the voter percentage of and that is not 100% anywhere. It cannot be 100%, but still it can increase. There is a possibility of increasing the percentage of voter turnout. So whether or not you believe ECI is a toothless tiger, do you think it favors ruling parties more, be it at the center or state? Whatever is your view, or you feel like, no sir, ECI is not a toothless tiger, not like NHRC, or you may feel like, no sir, RTI is still having some weight. Whatever is your view regarding this, you can post it in the comments section. And do people take, again, what I will not go there. So yes, have you still do you still have faith in our electoral system? As we have just talked, there are some people who have never voted in their life, 30 plus, and they're like, dude, doesn't matter if A comes or B comes or C comes, everybody is same only. Same but different. No, they're not even same but different. They're exactly same. And it doesn't make any difference. I have lost faith in the electoral system. Have you lost faith in our electoral system? Or you still have some hope that, no sir, I have given my vote, I still believe in this electoral system. Good days will come, like our Honorable PM sir says, अच्छे दिन आएंगे. That means good days will come, and we still have faith in our electoral system. Now, this is a question in front of you. Try to solve this question and state the answer of this particular question. What according to you is the answer of this particular question? And you can eliminate this particular A option, third option, just third option, eliminate it and solve, taking 1 and 2 as the answer. And whatever is your answer, you can post it in the comment section. And if you want me to share the answer of this particular question along, I will share the PDF along with the answer of this particular question in this particular Telegram channel. Fun study with Shubh, because study should be fun. Our Sampoorn March morning batch has started, or will be starting from 24th March, 8 a.m. batch it is, and this includes prelims and means residential program, 11,000 reward if you're a monthly top performer, full refund on clearing prelims. I love this thing. Clear UPSC pre 2026, get full refund, and that should be acting as a added incentive for you. IGP program, interview guidance program. Why? Because this is prelims to interview, bro. Fine, sir. Okay, so that's it from me, and whatever views you have, whether you trust this whole electoral system and what more electoral reforms we need, how fair is ECI, is it turning into a toothless tiger with due respect to Election Commission of India, whatever is your view, you can post it in the comment section. So that's it from me. Take care, be blessed, tata, bye bye.